Working on a Sunday, guys. Pulling down in, got a huge roof we're doing, a couple dumpsters. Tight down here, down in the lake. What is up, guys? Heath with Lake Champlain Sanitation here. I just want to say a big thank you first and foremost for the 1,000 subscribers. We officially hit that on, I believe it was Friday morning. I was out of town for a couple days, so bringing you this video a little late this week, but wanted to make sure we got it done. 1,000 subscribers, guys. That's super awesome. Excited to keep going, bringing these videos to you guys. Thanks a lot also to all those who have done the conference calls with me and the guys and gals that have commented on the videos. Means a lot to me. Lets me know that at least this content I'm putting out to you guys is of somewhat of value. So as always, thank you for that. And if you guys continue to like this channel, like the videos, hit that subscribe button. We're going to keep coming at you every week. And I'm hoping to do a little bit more YouTube as the season starts to come to a slowdown. I spoke to a guy the other day. His name is Brian from Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Awesome dude. Got on one of his calls, and really we talked about, the whole small business as a whole. And that's why this video today is going to be showing you guys how to make 6 figures with a $4,000 investment in a dump trailer such as the one I have behind me here. Now, for those of you that are new to the channel, I'll give you a walk around this trailer. And I am a one-man operation with a single employee who is part-time and trying to bring him to full-time. But I started with this dump trailer behind me after my first little mini dump truck blew up. That was like $6,000 that I bought a few years back. And I've been with this same dump trailer ever since, guys. Paid cash for it, built the sides up on it with some help from my father. And it's been making me money making me money ever since. So hope you guys enjoy this video, and we'll get into it. So my trailer, guys, is a 2013 Cam Superline 7x12 dump trailer. Just real standard features on it. It is a dual piston dump. I did build the sides up. The sides were 24 inches from the factory. Had a friend who welds custom build me these rear doors on it. We took the stock ones off after one of them came off, got broken. We tried to bend it back, didn't work, so it worked out perfect. We built these custom doors that, as you can see, are about 3 foot tall. The sides of my trailer, guys, 6.5 to 7 foot tall when you're inside of it, which makes it about 9.5, 10 feet tall off of the ground. And what I used was just some roofing tin on the sides, as you can see. Threw some screws in that with the rubber washers. Used a 2x12 on the bottom, then some 2x6s up towards the top. So 6 figures on a $4,000 investment. We'll bring you guys into how I purchased the trailer. The trailer purchase price was $3,500. Paid cash for it. This was when I just started my business, so it was with my personal money. I didn't have any other money. So I was using my personal money, paid cash for this trailer after saving some money up from my full-time job. The other $500 came in building the structure that I just showed you on this, between tin, screws, some bolts, some big lag bolts, and the lumber. Had about $500 in materials, and I built it myself with some help from my dad. Like I said, he's a lot better at carpentry than me, and we built this up in a matter of like a day and a half. Busted it out and been using it ever since. As you guys have seen in other videos, I do have a PJ Rollster with actual dumpsters. Now these roll off. You can see the little rollers on the bottom. Those will roll back, stay right at the customer's house. I use some 2x10s, all good. Dumpster rolls off, trailer leaves. Now, when I don't have one of those available, this unit here, if you look inside, has quite a bit of room. You do have to load it from the back. You can't load over the top, But you can rent this thing out, guys. I've rented this out for anywhere from $225 all the way up to $300 for a weekend, just one weekend, or just a one-day rental. If a customer has a quick, situation they got to get in and out of, say someone's moving, all that good stuff. So just like that, you do 10 to 12 rentals, you've made your initial investment less the material to build it. But all the while, during the week, you can use this to pick up your residential garbage accounts if you have them. So like 9,200 to 9,500 a month is how you're going to technically hit six figures, which is that 100,000 in revenue. That's not net profits. That's in revenue. You can do this in a multiple of ways. Like the way I did it in the beginning, didn't hit that 100,000 in residential revenue for quite a while. Took me almost 2 years to get there from building up just on my residential side of the business, which was residential carts, 96 gallon carts. In the beginning, I didn't have any carts, but in volume, once I hit like 275 to 300 customers, times your multiple of anywhere from $25 to $35 a month for service, you can do the math. Once you've got those customers and kept them for an entire year, you can hit 100,000 using a dump trailer like this, working 3 to 4 days a week, just doing residential trash. Now, there are other ways other than residential trash to make money where you could have a couple hundred, maybe 200 residential accounts and do some other things on the other days of the week to also get to that 6 figures in revenue. So you got a couple hundred accounts. You're saying, where do I go from here? You might be looking at revenues of 55, 60,000 a year. Some innovative ways to use a dump trailer such as mine that I've used is junk cleanouts. You can haul quite a bit of junk in a trailer with those 7-foot sides on it. Throw it all through the back. The doors open up. You can get couches in there, mattresses. We've hauled like tables away. We've hauled like random like clothing and stuff away for people. Pretty much anything that'll fit in there that's not like chemicals or dangerous or poisonous, we can take away in that. We can even take metal away and take it to a scrap yard. Normally you don't make as much on metal hauling unless you got like a big dumpster, because you're going to pay the customer back in most cases for the metal, and you just make the money on the trucking, which could still be 100 to 150 bucks a shot depending on how far you got to bring it. But yeah, so junk cleanouts, regular hauling, and the other thing is renting the dump trailer out with a trailer lock on it as a dumpster. That, guys, has probably over the last year, just by doing that, I made $3,500 in revenue just by renting it out as a dumpster. So you've got garbage accounts, you're doing junk cleanouts, you're renting your dump trailer out. All the while, these three things, say you can bring in $35,000 to $40,000 worth of revenue in those three streams of income. You can easily bring in that $100,000, guys, working 3 to 5 days a week. Some weeks you might work 3 days, some weeks you might work 5 days. And yes, do you have the investment of, let's say, a truck per se? Like the truck behind me, the F350, I purchased it used. It was $25,000. The diesel I have, if you wanted to use that as your personal / work vehicle, or say you buy a $25,000 truck like this, you could get a $10,000 3/4 or 1-ton truck like this as well to pull that dump trailer, pay both those things off in the first year, and then, your positive profits year 2. Those are all options you can do, guys. Obviously, depending on how much you're going to use the truck, you may want to get like a car or something to like run around town. That way, your business truck isn't your only mode of transportation. But if you can swing, say, a monthly payment, or you can just buy a truck cash, start making money with it that way, you can potentially have a take-home income of, pre-income tax, $30,000 to $40,000 after your first year in business, which is pretty good to work 3 to 5 days a week. And of course, you can scale it up a long ways from there. When I say 3 to 5 days a week, you may only be working 3 hours, maybe 4 hours a day. So there's a lot of room in there to make a lot of extra money, guys. So another question I get a lot is, if you start with a dump trailer and garbage, when do you graduate to the bigger truck? Now, if you're making $100,000 a year, I'm going to go out on a limb, say you can get all the way to $150,000, $180,000 even, $180,000 in revenue you could be bringing in with a truck like this behind me, $25,000 truck, and a $3,500 trailer. Why? I've done it. I just am graduating now to a 5,500 chassis, guys. That's a big investment. Yeah, I'm gonna have a monthly payment on it. It's a very expensive truck, but it's gonna, this behind me is gonna come be a backup now. Before that, I did have 2 trucks because of the dumpsters, but you always wanna have that backup. But I could have kept going this way. the brand could have kept building the way it is with just this equipment behind me. You don't have to just dive into a big Packer truck or one of those very expensive high maintenance vehicles right off the bat. Yeah, it's going to be more physical labor. Yeah, you might have to tip a can over the doors once in a while, which I have shown in my other videos. But guys, you're going to be putting money in your pocket, money you can live off of. You can pay your rent, pay your mortgage, pay for your groceries and everything, and still have a decent truck to drive around and even afford maybe a nice car for the first couple years of business, that is. Then you can get into the newer equipment as you go. But is 6 figures possible with a small investment of $4,000 and potentially a $10,000 to $25,000 investment with a pickup truck? Of course it is. Then there's the other investment of just, there's clothing like I have on here with my hoodie. You got branding of vinyl. Those things all come with time. You got to start small, and then great customer service. You're going to continue to build past that, small 6-figure level into the healthy mid 6-figure level, or like we said, $180. You could even maybe hit $200,000 in a year if you are innovative enough with your services and want to get out there and get it, guys. So that's all I got for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about like how I did it, or want some more, in-depth answers on how to, turn a $4,000 investment into a $100,000 business in about 2 years' time, ask your questions in the comments below. I'm still doing the consulting calls. You can shoot me an email at lcsanitation@gmail.com to set that up. There'll be a link below to that email as well. And yeah, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Again, awesome to get that 1,000 subscribers mark. And we're only going to go up from here. We're going to be coming back at you once a week at least, hopefully a little more in the near future. Hope you guys liked it. Have a good one.